The Practical Guide into Writing a Research Proposal. Lesson 25. Normally, several hypothesis statements can be made in every research. If the researcher manages to prove his hypothesis by supporting it using empirical data, he can conclude confidently that the amount of environmental awareness among the consumers has a significant influence on their demand for green products. To increase the demand for green products in the market, the exposure on environmental issues and the contribution of certain consumer products towards environmental degradation should be exposed to consumers. The theoretical framework demonstrating the relationship of the interest between variables is presented as follows. Hypothesis for the study would become: Education moderates the relationship between consumers' environmental awareness and their purchasing behavior towards green products. Therefore, here, the researcher needs to include another variable in his questionnaire for data collection, namely, the level of respondents' education. A researcher may derive a hypothesis from his own observation, from his extensive review of literature, or from his own instinct and intuition regarding the issue. A shrewd researcher manages to sense something when faced with certain research questions. Actually, hypothesis facilitates in answering research questions. Research without hypothesis is just like research without a clear sense of direction, and may not qualify to be called research in the first place. It is just like a survey for report writing, or an exploratory study on certain issue that is unfamiliar to the researcher himself. The researcher might have no idea of what is going on, especially the main variables involved, and the relationship among those variables. He might not read enough literature in that particular area. Thus, he is quite unsure and has no idea to hypothesize the relationship among the variables in the study. The issue under study is not new and some other researchers have researched the topic previously, therefore, there is literature available to refer, but the researcher is so naive that he cannot figure out anything to set the direction for his own research. The experienced researcher would have an instinct of the variables to investigate, as well as the relationship between these variables and the variables of interest in the study. Sometimes, hypothesis surfaces from a research question. The researcher forms his hypothesis in order to address his research question. Research questions and its corresponding hypotheses. In many instances, the ambiguities posed in certain research question would pave the way for the researcher to make a hypothesis statement. A smart researcher normally has an instinct of how the variables of interest in the study would relate to each other. In this case, the researcher sets the direction for the study by stating the direction of his research hypothesis. Hence, he could address his research question by supporting the stated hypothesis using the data. If the data collected later supports what the researcher theorized earlier, then that particular research question is successfully addressed. Hypothesis to address RQ1. HA1, service quality performance provided by the university has a significant and direct effect on students' satisfaction with their university. Research question 2. How significant is the effect of service quality performance of the university on students' loyalty towards their university? Hypothesis to address RQ1. HA1, service quality performance provided by the university has a significant and direct effect on students' satisfaction with their university. Research question 2. How significant is the effect of service quality performance of the university on students' loyalty towards their university? The corresponding research hypothesis emerged from this research question. Hypotheses to address RQ4, students' satisfaction. HA1, respondents' age moderates the relationship between service quality performance and students' satisfaction with the university. HA2, respondents' gender moderates the relationship between service quality performance and students' satisfaction with the university. HA3, parents' occupation moderates the relationship between service quality performance and students' satisfaction with the university. HA4, parents' education moderates the relationship between service quality performance and students' satisfaction with the university. HA5, parents' income moderates the relationship between service quality performance and students' satisfaction with the university. HA6, respondents' duration in the program moderates the relationship between service quality performance and students' satisfaction with the university. Thank you for watching. Please continue Lesson 26.